So I'm in my basement for a multitude of reasons. One being there's really good lighting down here. Two being there's like 8 trunks of Christmas decorations. And 3, there's no 3. So it's holiday week and I didn't want to discriminate, so here's some Halloween action. So the holiday that I celebrate during this time of year, it actually has already passed, so I kind of get the short end of the stick as far as this week goes. In addition to August and Emery, they had a pretty short stick as well. But I celebrate Christmas, so I figured I would share with everyone the story of Christmas. Or rather, just a story about the story of Christmas. Once upon a time, long, long ago, on every Christmas Eve, we would print out the story of, like, baby Jesus, or whatever Christmas is actually supposed to be about or something. And each member of our family would, like, read a paragraph, and then after the paragraph was over, we'd light a candle on this styrofoam, like, square that we had. We would have this whole, like, religious, like, mating ritual. That's not what it was at all. And I would get so secretly angsty about this. I'd just be like, bah humbug religion. But then after, we would make Christmas Eve quesadillas, and then have a contest as to who could make the ugliest Christmas cookie, and people would end up making, like, bloody poops, and it was just really full of spirit. And that was the entire story, but we don't do it anymore. I just needed to share that because all of these years I just kept it bottled up inside, and I never said it because it would ruin quesadillas and bloody poop Christmas cookies, so now the world knows. So less than a week before Christmas, there was a guy in front of me at the cash register, and he checked out, and the lady at the cash register said, "Merry Christmas," which is fine, because, like, there's not really any other holidays going on right now. But then, the man said, "That's what I like to hear. Merry Christmas. I'm tired of all that Happy Holidays crap." I just looked at him like, "Girl, you did not just." And then I finished buying my Mountain Dew, and she did not say Merry Christmas to me, which, that I kind of expected that to happen. One year when I was, like, pretty little, and I still believe very firmly in Santa Claus. I was, like, so passionate about Santa Claus after this. You know, every year I would open my stocking, it would always be from Santa. This year, there was, like, this hat on top, and it was the same hat that my dad also got that year. My mom said, "Now, I know that the stocking is usually entirely from Santa, but I just wanted to let you know that I went to the store and I bought that hat last minute for you, and I didn't have time to wrap it, so I just put it in the stocking, but everything else is from Santa in the stocking." And I was just like, this is proof that Santa is real, because, like, why would she tell me that it was from her if the entire stocking was from her? Why would she specify that one item? Like, did anyone else do that thing where they used to put out a card for Santa with the cookies and the milk, and, like, write, "Sign here if you're real," and then there would be a signature the next morning and you would flip the fuck out because he signed it, even though it was clearly your parents, but I was like, no one can write in cursive except for Santa, so. And just, like, throwing vegetables outside for the reindeer on the roof and everything, and then it would end up on the ground the next morning, you're like, oh my god, they kicked it off the roof. And I'm just, like, wondering, when I'm a parent, how am I gonna get the vegetables off the roof? I know, I think it's kind of shitty because all of my coolest presents used to come from Santa, and, like, none of the credit would go to my parents. So when I'm Santa, am I gonna want to, like, I'm gonna give all the, like, stupid presents from Santa, and then all the cool ones will be from me, and I'll be like, hey, look, I'm way better than Santa. And then when I tell them that he's not real, they'll be like, who cares? He gives all the crappy presents anyway. I don't know, these are the real questions of Christmas. But, like, really, if there are parents watching this, like, how did you become Santa? Did you make it up on your own? Like, is the secret going to be bestowed upon me when I have children? So I have still one more Christmas to go, at least. I call it my Leah Christmas. Hi, Leah, because there's, like, a lot of family members that come for this Christmas, but for some reason I just decided that it was about Leah, so that's my cousin. And now, like, I ask my relatives, like, when are you free for Leah Christmas? And they're like, what are you talking about? And then it's awkward, but it's fine. It's fine. Happy holidays. Happy New Year, which we're gonna have a whole week dedicated to anyway, so I just probably say that, like, next week. But again, it'll be over by the time I make my video. See you next Saturday.